Good evening. Good evening, ladies. Tonight, as always, I tell everybody in the chat to try to keep it family friendly. There's no racism, no nastiness of any kind. If you cannot abide by those rules, you will be kicked out without question. Yeah. If you cannot abide by those rules, you'll be kicked out without question. There's no racism, no nastiness of any kind. One of my moderators, they're the ones with the blue wrenches, will kick you out. If I don't have anybody in the chat, I will do it. And if you can't put your name up in the chat, I will not allow you to come up into the live stream. In other words, we have to check the channel out. I'm not going to have anybody do any lewd things here on this channel. If we do get something where we do have to do it, we will delete the video. I will delete the video without question. So I'll bring myself up into the chat and take the URL post it on the page. So anybody who wants to come in can come in. I'll be with you in just a second. I'll be with you in just a second. Getting everything ready. We weren't on last night because of the storm. So that's why we weren't on. And if for any reason we have to go off, we'll go off, and then we'll come back. As always, I tell everybody that if there's power outage or we cannot get reconnected, there's a reason. We get taken off. I will come back in as soon as possible. If I don't come back within the 15 minutes or so, that means there was a power failure or an internet problem, and I can't come back. Normally, I do come back into the chat, so hopefully we will have it to work tonight. And we won't have a problem. So without any further ado, I'll bring myself up into the picture and get rid of the background here. And welcome everybody to the live stream tonight. I have to fix something and I'll be right back. We have 4 people in the chat. I will bring you up and announce you in just a second. We have Grandma Lynn in the chat with us. So hold on. What we're going to do tomorrow, we're going to hopefully take it outside. That's right. Take it outside on the deck and use my cell phone. We're going to try that vertical connection, not virtual, but vertical connection. Very sorry for last night. I did want to come up, but we had internet issues all night, and I went over to Lynn's channel, and I had to rewatch her video because I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I just kept coming back, and when I did come back, I made uh, comments on and on. I want to thank her for coming in, and she's my first thumbs up. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's put the URL up. So if somebody wants to come up, they can. And I want you to know I watched most of your thing. I watched it on my phone, but my computer kept going off. And I didn't know whether my posts got through or not. And it rained most of the night. So she says hello. And then she says she's the first thumbs up. Thank you. She put up my videos that came up. They were all short videos. And I finished the front of the house. I got to put the lights out, the solar lights, and we'll be going over that tomorrow. If you hear a raspiness in the thing, it's because of the air conditioner. I will try not to get that, but the air conditioner is right above us. So what we're going to do is do a vertical feed tomorrow on the deck. I have to try it because that's what we're going to use upstate. We go upstate. Oh, that's it. And here's the URL. And we'll post it to the top of the page. So if anybody wants to come up, they can. We can get rid of this. Posted it twice. Let's see if we can get rid of this. It wasn't going to come up, but it finally stopped and it's clearing up a little bit. So I figured I got to get up here. I lost an hour. I'm now at 29:17 in watch hours. That's right, 29:17. So we lost an hour. That's because we weren't on last week on Thursday. So it slowed down. So I would say by tomorrow and Friday, it will pick up. So I'll be very, very close to those watch hours. My finish at the top of the page. My subscribers have gone up significantly. Tell you where I'm at. And we'll fix our thing here. So we have our little live stream. Let me see. Where is it? Here we go. Studio. Let's see where we are. Our watch hours, like I said, are 29:17. as of the 27th. The 27th was a Thursday. I didn't come on and didn't post much because of the rain. So that's why it went down. But my subscribers are at 5353 right now. 5,353. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that. Why is it doing this? Hold on 1 second. Fixing my light. So that we get the light, the view and everything. And like I said, hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to do a live stream outside. Okay, we're still having internet problems. We may have to end the stream because we're having internet issues. Trying to fix the thing. Where this came from, I don't know. We don't want that. Don't know why that's not connecting. This is error. It's not connecting. So let's try this. Have my daughter look at it tomorrow. Let's see if we get this one up. For whatever reason, that phone is not connecting. So we got this one to work. And like I said, the reason I got this is because if we have a problem, I can stay on. And we will be looking into doing StreamYard on my phone, setting that up to try a vertical feed, not a virtual feed. Okay? Okay. So it's working. I don't know why. I got to check that out. But she says, I can see and hear you. Yeah, but I had a in the thing. That was because of the air conditioner. Thank you, Stephen, for your support. You're quite welcome. You were on last night. I was on my phone. I was able to come up on my phone. I wasn't using my internet and everything. So I came into your live stream. Thank you for putting up the post. And that's the internet to come up. I appreciate it very, very much. And we'll continue with our chat. Like I said last night, I didn't get on because I was trying to get the stuff done outside. And I got everything together. And as I put it together and everything else, I was starting to put it out. And we got the thunderstorm. So I was able to finish it today. And that's what you saw. And maybe after this live stream, I'll go out and I'll take a picture of the, do a video of the front of the house. I'm looking for things to give ourselves credit. I want to make sure that everybody knows that we're live. And what I want to do is put the red, white, and blue bulb up in the front of the house and try to get the other thing out. I know we have another one here somewhere. I was looking for it. But I have one here, so we'll put that one out. And that's basically what we did today. Caught up on all my business venture stuff. And got all the lights together. Got all the Halloween stuff together. Because that's right after September. We'll be putting that out. I got that front and center in the garage. And then I got the bin with all the, we have Mount Sparrow in the house. Hello. And she says, hello to Grandma Lynn. Welcome, everybody. So I got all this stuff ready, and because that was first, and I sorted everything in the garage, and then made room for all the stuff that with the 4th of July and stuff like that. Decorated the front of the house. I still have a bin full of stuff. I'm trying to find the the solar lights, red, white, and blue solar lights. I found them, but I don't have the pegs for them. So the reason I went up the attic, most of the pegs to stick them in the ground, the stakes, are with the Christmas decorations. So I couldn't get to them. So I didn't put them up. My wife says, you saw the short video that I did. She says, hello to Sparrow. Was because I wanted to get those solar lights out. My wife says, that's enough. It looks nice. I want to get your opinion. I'll show everybody later or first thing tomorrow. And then we'll work on getting the, the pond um, around the Blessed Mother trimmed out and everything else. And then right after the 4th of July, get to the bed with the lighthouse. I'll spray paint that and everything. We got the flowers in the thing. I have more flowers and stuff that I'm going to put out tomorrow, and it should look nice for the 4th of July. I will be not live streaming. There's something. Did you? Something on Grandma Lynn's thing. What is that? We have the Crown 2 hashtag, and then is that YouTube? Okay. That's what that is. I don't know what that is on there. Can you tell me what that is? Let's see if we get it now. Nope, won't come up. Yeah, we got this. All right. Can you tell me what this is? On, oh, this is the guest in the thing. She's the first guest. And Mount Sparrow is the second guest. You see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. But it shows up on YouTube. Now, the people that come into the chat, you see that little thing? Lynn was the first, and Mount Sparrow is the second. It's tracking everybody. So that's a good idea. That's what they're doing. So tomorrow night, Lynn, we'll be on live. Hopefully, before it gets dark, we'll be on the deck because we'll have all the lights set up. We'll have the bar set up somewhat because it's going to be hot and dry tomorrow. We'll get the lights. We'll cut the grass. We'll get the lights situated around the house. We'll put this in the light on the front. Got to get another light for the other side. Hopefully I can get that out. We're going to do that. And we're going to do a vertical live stream. Not a virtual, a vertical live stream. It's still, believe I knew what you were talking about, but it came out that way. So let's fix this. So I don't like this. I could do this. Let's see. We can do this. Where is it? We can go to that way. I don't like this. The blue. I'm going to have this change. We're going to use the red, white, and blue. You can hear the raspiness of it because the air conditioner came back on. We'll leave that. that. I don't like. I don't like that. I like this better. And I don't like that orange. I like the red. Red. Come on, red. Come on, red. There we go. So we'll do that on tomorrow. Let's bring the chat back up. And if she wants to come in, let's bring her up. There she is.
Well, now, finally coming to the vertical live feed. Welcome to
Yes.
2025, Stephen.
Yes, I'm going to try it tomorrow.
All right. Guess what I'm about to do?
Cook.
Nope. Read them in wheat, brother. Here's some. I want some Haagen-Dazs. Want some hot? Is it warm over there on the island?
Yes, yes, it's warm.
Child, it's warm here too, Stephen.
It's
but
79 degrees here right now. That's cooling off, but it doesn't go below 75. And by the morning it's like 80, and by the afternoon it's like 90 or 100. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, we had I think over 100 degrees yesterday, and today the high was 90. So it's going to be nice for a couple days, high 90, 88, where you can kind of, you can deal with it. You go out there for a little bit when it's cool, you do the yard work, then you run back in, you get cooled off, and, then when the weather gets to 70, 68, you could probably, open a window if you choose to, but
Judy,
man, I cannot stand it.
Thank you.
I went to the Walmart and I got some more topsoil, some more gardening soil.
Yeah.
I found out that the planter box, it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
I'm more show you. But let me get some ice cream. I just woke up about 40 minutes ago.
Oh, well.
And it just so happened I woke up on time to where when I saw you were live, I clicked on it and it said you had been on the air for 78 seconds. So I've been here like the minute you came on, I just happened to wake up and I was looking at a few little things. And then I saw you were live. I said, well, I don't know how long you've been live, but let me click on it.
I did that last night with you. We were having thunderstorms and our lights were flickering and everything, and so no way it was going to be able to go on. So I got watching my phone, and sure enough, you were on. So I came over.
Yeah, I hadn't been on in my gosh, many, many, many days, but we did. If you want to call, people visiting for a short moment, that's a view. But this is the thing. Some people say, well, you say the vertical live gets you lots of views, blah, 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 but it's just for a few seconds a piece. I understand that. But what it does to the algorithm, in my humble opinion, is it drives people to your channel. What'll happen if they choose to, if they like what they're seeing, they'll subscribe. I'm not saying 10,000 people are going to subscribe.
Right.
But I can honestly tell you from experience, I'm kind of like you and Judy May and the rest of us. We just share regular live things, things that we do, just very everyday, ordinary material. Just sharing, little bits and pieces of the things that we do.
Oh, yeah.
I forget how many live streams I gained in one night, like 104 subscribers in one night. Now that's not every time. And you have a studio which through gifts from your family and through the money that you have invested, you have a beautiful studio and you like doing that.
Right.
But if you want to, if it's up to you. If you want a little pick-me-up, I call it a little pick-me-up where, more people get their eyes on your channel. Every once in a while, consider the vertical,
Oh,
And if
last
you let,
night, Judy May, I did post I was not going live because I did a short, and I said I'm not going live because of the weather. And
right.
I I was trying to come on, but there was no way. By the time I think it was like 11:30 when it finally stopped, it stopped thundering, so it wasn't worth
Yeah.
it. And we had a little. That's why I'm late tonight because we had another thunder. I did want to come up.
You're never late. You're never late. You come on here whenever you want. I mean, you know,
No,
you
I
come on
mean
here whenever you feel like it.
community post. Yeah, I could do
Well,
that too. But my
what you
community
say?
post won't work. I'm gonna have my daughter check it out. I post
Yeah.
something on it, it comes up and it disappears. Okay.
Well, that's kind of weird. Why is that
Yes.
happening?
And I'm getting uh,
Boo boo, relax.
comments disappearing too. So I don't know.
Comments are disappearing.
Yep.
Well, that's weird. I've had it to where it's kind of weird. Like when you first put a short out, like you first do it.
Right.
Sometimes on my cell phone, if I catch that it says posted 30 minutes ago, I
Right.
can leave it. This is what I don't understand. I can leave a comment on my cell phone, right?
Right.
But if it says posted 18 hours ago, it locks up
Yeah.
and it won't let me leave a comment with the cell phone.
Mhm.
This is just me. This may not be everybody else. And of course, on the laptop and your PCs, we can leave comments. And
Mhm.
for other folks, I can comment with my cell phone. I don't get it. By the
And
way,
the lady Caladora, same thing. She said that she can't post all the time, and she's losing comments when she posts. You know,
yeah, I get
when she
comments from
posts
her.
something on her.
That woman has been a very faithful subscriber of
Right. Yeah.
yours. And she's been visiting my channel and I visit her
Mhm.
channel at well. If I don't visit her, let's say she does her videos are usually a minute and a half to 3 or 4 minutes,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So if I don't visit her channel for 2 weeks, let's say, because I'm
Mhm.
on live, I go back and like what I'm doing with yours is right now, is
Mhm.
I'm playing. This is my other cell phone. I got your playing here right now.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to, with my own little help and whoever else
Mhm.
wants to help us, help you. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to put my little piece into it.
I lost an hour. I went down to 29:17. I was 29:18 last thing. So I didn't post anything because we had a problem last week too. So that's why it wasn't on. And so that's why I lost that. So now it may go down and it may go up. We'll see. Because I did post like crazy. Oh, we'll see. So I'm gonna try to post on my community tab. It won't let me post. It disappears. I don't know where it goes. So you post and I types a picture. I post a picture of the live from the man cave or whatever I'm doing. There's a few of them up
Okay.
there, but
So, this is what I did. I bought two, what do you call that? Some more gardening soil, right?
right.
And you can get the 2 whatever feet or the 4 feet. I forget the measurement, but the bag says 2 whatever that measurement is. You know when you buy topsoil.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the 4, and that thing probably weighed about 30 pounds. It may not seem like there's a difference, but here is my planter box. Right? It's very windy
Right.
here, by the way. And what I did is I harvested all the potatoes. All the
Mm-hmm.
potatoes have been harvested. This was rough. I had to carry those big rectangle shaped things of dirt. They were so freaking heavy. It was
Right.
ridiculous. But anyways, and I also bought cow manure. Don't laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm full of you know what.
Right.
You get it? That's a little joke,
Yes.
Stephen.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you
Yeah.
and your audience laugh. Haha.
Yeah.
But anywho,
There we go.
I'm full of manure. So this is the This here,
It's cubic feet. Yes, right.
that's it. Yeah, I imagine me lifting 4 cubic feet bags. That son of a gun was heavy. So
Yeah.
this is the it's called black cow
No, no,
manure
no.
5555. Flowers and vegetables, trees and shrubs, and it's just about empty, right? So what I did is I put what was the measurement thing again you just said?
Cubic feet.
Yeah, well, I have let's see, 8 cubic feet I added to this box. See how it's almost full of dirt
Mhm.
now,
Right.
right? So what I did is I discovered, you see these rocks right here? See this?
Hmm.
You see these?
Yeah. There's a lava
Okay.
rock. Right?
Yeah. So whoever set this old planter box who used to live here, they put this box here. They
Mhm.
put will you stop, little kitty? You gotta wait. They put the soil in there, but they put a layer, a
Right.
layer of this.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
Helps it
I
drain.
come right to help the drainage. I get that. But if you look at this box, the dirt only goes up to about here. From here
Mhm.
up. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. I keep asking, can you see me? Because I have to flip the camera around and I can't see what you're looking at when I turn the camera around. That's why I
We
do
got it.
that's
I
why
got
I
that
do
right.
that. So
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, a close up. You want them to see my face? That oh good. So yeah, so there's soil from
Mhm.
here up. But it
Mhm.
had a layer about that thick. It was so much of it. So I spent probably about an hour and a half getting a lot of those rocks out. It was unnecessary. And
Mhm.
I want you to think about this. So this full of rocks and a little bit of dirt. Remember, I
Right.
had I harvested those potatoes, right?
Right.
There would have been more potatoes, and they would have been bigger if it wasn't for the rocks being in the way. You see,
Mhm.
they didn't have an area to really spread out as they should.
Mhm.
So what did my crazy behind do? I got rid of a lot of the rocks. Then I drove myself over to the Walmart and
Right.
I got two, whatever the measurement is. I got two measurements worth.
Cubic feet.
Yeah. You have been to that. I'm talking to you, Kathy. You have been to that you have been to that shed about 11 times. You poor little thing, you working your beep off. Yep. I'm live. They can't see you, but they can hear you. I know. I just found a Russian. You found a Russian? Where is he? Should I go get my thing? That's a little joke there, honey. No, it's a plant. Weed. What? Weed. I'm going to dig it up because of poison. What? Yeah. Okay. All right. I gotta keep. I'm literally live. They can't. I'm live. I can't. Just a moment. Listen very
You-
carefully. Listen. No. You know I don't let you get away with anything. Sometimes, and you don't let me get away with it. But sometimes, just 1 second. Okay.
Okay.
I gotta get them.
She'll come back. Let's put ourselves back in the picture. Here we go. So, tomorrow I'll get the rest of the stuff up, the lights and everything, and I'll clean up around the Blessed Mother on the pond. And next week we'll work on the pond, and our backyard should be done uh, next week. I'll be planting other stuff when we have Jesse in the chat. Welcome, Jesse. He says, "Hey all." She says, "Stephen, what did you have for dinner tonight?" Tonight I had a um,
All right,
New
sorry
York
about that. I got my
State.
neighbor here. Get back, boo boo. My neighbor found a weed. My neighbor found some kind of a weed, and she's got to dig it up because it's poisonous. So that's what we were talking about.
Mhm.
And then she got a phone call. So now I'm talking and she's talking on the phone at the same time.
All right. So I had New York Philly cheesesteak from Nathan's tonight. Then my wife didn't want to cook because it's too hot. That's what I had from Nathan's. The
Okay,
New
hold
York
on.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow, Val. I'll try to get a picture of it. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, so this is this right here.
Mhm.
And then I got the crunchies right there.
She's feeding her cat, outdoor cat.
Yeah, I gotta feed Miss Nugget. And my neighbor is gonna go down the street and she's got a bag and gloves and some thingies to cut. Because the weed, whatever that is a poisonous weed, so she wants to cut it.
I'm gonna dig it out.
Oh, you're gonna dig it out?
Yeah,
If you handle that thing with those gloves, okay?
yeah, I'll work
Throw the
it.
gloves out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be very, very careful.
And as soon
When
as
They
she
can't
takes the
see
gloves
you.
off,
They can't
don't
see you, but
touch
they
the
can
glove.
hear you. Just to
I'm
let you know.
gonna put it in the garbage can and take it to the dumpster. You wanna see it before I take it to the trash can?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, it's a
I'm
beautiful-
oh, you okay? Okay. You know what? Since this man has a gardening channel, I'm talking about the man that I'm talking to right now.
Go for it.
Wait. I'll follow you over there.
Okay,
Let's
I'm gonna get what I'm getting at my shovel.
Okay.
So what
Okay.
is
So
it?
here is we're gonna show you the poisonous weed, Miss K. So there's a nugget, and there's the water, and it's very windy here. So we're gonna take you down the street. I don't know if we're gonna keep the signal. If we lose the signal, I'll just come back in.
We should.
All right.
No, listen. You're not supposed to be.
Sorry, I'm an eavesdropper.
Kathy, you're very. We know you're nosy. You're a pain in the ass. You know you're. I'm a pain in the butt too. I gotta. Yeah, but the thing of it is, let me just explain something. Let me mute. I'm gonna mute because I gotta talk to her.
Excuse
Okay.
us.
Then Judy May says, that sounds delicious. Yes, it's Nathan's New York cheesesteak sandwich. It's steakums with onions and then cheese on a hero. I got that. My wife got the chicken thing, and my daughter got chicken filet something from Nathan's. The Nathan's here now has
Okay, so here, this is we're near Kathy's
chicken
house.
with them.
Okay? I'm following her down here. Oh, by the way, let me let them see your flowers. So,
Come on down.
okay, woman, she's got this,
Oh yeah, I
and
got that.
Stephen, you know what that is?
There's a succulents.
Hello.
Succulents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This correct.
This woman has got me go walking down the street. If I lose signal, we're gonna blame her.
Okay. If it's down the street, why are you bothering with it? I would just leave it. Stay away from it. Take a weed killer and spray it. Take a little bit of gasoline or ammonia in a not ammonia. Put it in a spray bottle and spray it. That will kill it. Don't touch it. We lost her. She'll come back. We lost her. She muted it. Here she is. So I would tell her not to touch it. Just weed it. Don't dig it out. Just weed killer on it, and that's it. Ammonia will do it. Bleach will do it. It's what I put on poison ivy and stuff like that. And I'll be doing that between the 18th and next week, getting behind my shed, cleaning up that. And after the 4th of July, we should have the tomatoes, peppers, and everything
Hey,
else.
hey, Steven,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Look at this. Look at this. She says that this is poisonous. You tell me. He's a lawn man.
Praise the Lord.
Can you see that thing?
Hang on.
Yeah, hold it, hold it. Can you see it? Steven, can you
Yeah.
see it?
Yeah. I don't know if
Is
that's poisonous or not.
he says he don't know.
Okay, it's a English, a Russian something.
It's a Russian plant of some sort.
Okay, take a, go look at that one right there because it looks like the same thing.
Wait a minute.
This is younger.
Oh, you think this is the younger version of that other
Yes.
thing? I've seen these before. I don't know if I've touched them with my hand. But anywho, she's over here with her shovel. She was taking a walk and she saw it, and I guess she got curious about it. And do they know you're doing this?
Well, this is nobody's lot.
Take,
There it is.
take a
You,
picture.
you. Oh, let me mute again.
Take a picture and Google it. I would just take some weed killer and kill it off.
Okay, here's the
I would just
thing.
take some weed
I'm
killer
gonna
and
leave
spray it.
now.
No,
Yes.
don't
No.
touch it.
Take a picture.
No, I'm not gonna take a picture of it.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave because she's gonna see. We're kind of like the Golden Girls.
Right.
She comes up to about here on me.
I'm only 4'10".
She's
And I
4'10",
I weigh 123.
and she weighs 123 pounds. I'm 5'10", and I weigh 100 and blah blah pounds.
Mhm.
I ain't telling what I weigh because I
I
gain
don't
weight.
weigh.
But
I
anyways,
was 123.
go ahead, Kathy. So they can't see you; they can see the shovel. So she's gonna dig this plant out. I'm not gonna get in trouble. I said, did you ask the person in this house? Did you tell them?
Nobody owns it. Owns it.
I said,
See this?
is there anybody living in it?
On the inside of the fence, but he don't own this.
Okay, I'll see you later.
No, if anybody owns this property.
Okay. All right, honey. I'll see you later.
Okay, sweetheart.
Thank you for letting me have you talk on the thing.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
She's
she
saying
didn't
hi to
ask the
my wife.
owner. She's out front. Listen, yeah. She's out front. She just was taking a walk.
Mhm.
And so she saw the plant. And she said, "Oh, what's that?" So then she talked to her friend. Maybe she took a picture and then showed the picture to her friend.
Mhm.
So she showed the picture to her friend, and her friend told her it was poisonous. So even though you see how far I'm walking away, she's the neighbor that lives a wall away from me. You know, the one,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
right? So basically, she's out there removing a plant in front of a house that doesn't belong to her and she's not renting. So why do you think I walked away?
Mhm. I
Because
agree.
I'm not going to get in trouble and get caught digging up a plant as a
Mhm.
co-conspirator.
Well, she's
I'm
the
like,
same
this
height as
was,
my wife. My wife's actually 4'11".
yeah. The women that are about 4 feet tall have the biggest mouths and are very nosy. Hello. You
Not
know
my
what I'm
wife.
talking about. She's down the street, man. Just a moment.
And my wife is actually 4'11" and is 110 pounds. 5'8" and 200 pounds. So I got something in my mouth. Sorry about that. But the New York Philly cheesesteak was so big. I cut it in half. I only ate one half. I'll have it tomorrow for lunch. I'll show everybody tomorrow for lunch. I'll have it for lunch. It's so big. Lynn, she has a very good microphone on that phone. Yeah, if you hold the phone right, do it. I have the extended mic and it doesn't work sometimes. I have to charge the battery on it. I will do that tomorrow and post it. We have she's number 2. Jesse's number 3. Stephen, are you tired? No, I'm not tired. I slept for a little bit, so I'm here. I'm listening. I'm trying to see what's going on with Lynn, so that's why I'm not talking as much. About the heat exhaustion and stuff like that, yes, because of I'm saying it's frustrating with this weather. So, and I got my. There we go. Is that better? Nope. That I don't like that. We'll go back to that. There we go. We'll go back to that. I wish you would talk more. I'm trying to figure out what Lynn is talking. Lynn is talking about her neighbor and talking about this weed that she's got that her neighbor saw where she walks, and she's pulling out the weed because it's poisonous. I don't know why she's doing it. It's not her property. And what are you saying? I mowed the grass today in the front yard. Yeah, I was going to mow the grass, but I got involved with the weeds and the planting and the flower boxes and trimming some more vegetable things so that they get sunlight. So I did that and I got to work on the flower boxes and I had to take a break because I was soaked. I took a shower. I'm going to take another shower because I came in and did work and we had a little bit of rain and thunder and everything else. And then I finally came on. I figured I would stay on because my daughter was off tomorrow. So I don't have to worry about getting up early. I could sleep a little bit later. I'll probably get up about 9, 10 o'clock. I'll stay on till midnight tonight. So I'll go to bed like 11, not 11:30, 12:30. I'll go to bed. And we have easy home cooking in the chat. He says, good morning. Hello, friends. Hello, friend. Says, good morning. Gave me a like. Thank you very much. Hello, hello. We got to give her an applause. I appreciate it. So that's where I did. I got everything out. I went up in the attic, like I said, and I got all the Halloween stuff moved forward because I had to get the box for all the July stuff, which was behind the Halloween stuff. So I got all that stuff ready and was looking for pegs to stick my and she's saying hello to Grandma Lynn. Solar lights in. I can't find the pegs. So I'm looking for more pegs. I have all the lights on the table and the deck that I got to go through, and I have a bunch of lights on the shed, in the shed that I got to go through. So we're working on those. And she says, hello, sister. Good morning. So that's what I will probably do. First thing in the morning, I will go get all that stuff out of the shed. I got 2 bags full of lights that I got to go through and figure out where I'm going to put what. I got the little crack lens lights to hang up along the fence. I have other lights that I want to put on shepherd hooks along the pond. I want to get behind the pond and get to the Blessed Mother and clean up the Blessed Mother statue get that done, and get the lighthouse, spray paint that again, and do that. So that's my plan for tomorrow, and I got to change the filter on the air conditioner. It's already a month that we had the air conditioner on, or more. So I want to change the filter tomorrow. Hopefully, I have one. We'll see if it fits. I think I do. And then we'll vacuum that. And then what I'm going to do first is take the lights out of the shed, solar lights, whatever I have, and put them on the table and decide where I'm going to put what. And I will show everybody that. It's going to be a long video, but I may do it in 2 parts or just consolidate it when I do it. And I will tell everybody what I'm going to do with the decorations on the outside of the pond, making the garden bed that's in front of the pond with mushrooms and stuff like that. I have all sorts of stuff to put up there. And you'll like what you see because I'll show you tomorrow. The fairy garden stuff looks very nice. I have, Judy May says, good morning to Easy. I will show you the bed, and I have gravel that I want to put around the flowers and the berry stuff that I put in those flower pots in the front of the house. I had all kinds of stuff for 4th of July, but I don't feel like.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
I had to
All right.
talk to my neighbor. So anyways, oh, let me show you the progress.
Right.
And there's the kitty cat. How you doing, Nugget? Did you like your dinner? What, are you still complaining? You want more food?
No, she
So
said,
this
yeah,
is the
she liked her
sunflower.
dinner. Yeah.
You see the sunflower?
Yep.
Okay, if you don't say yep, I'll keep saying it because I don't think you
Yep,
hear me. But
yep.
anyways,
Yep. I
here's
see
the
it.
big one. And then
Right.
there's a smaller, they're getting a little bit bigger.
Mhm.
So anyway, this is what I did. I took out all the rocks, those rocks,
Right.
out of the planter box. I went to the store, I got the bag of manure, I got the 2 big, huge bags of soil. And the first thing I did is I put the manure in, and then, did I do that? Yeah, I put the manure in, and then I blended it. And then I put all the soil in and I blended it again.
Right.
And then I pulled out the tomato plant that was dead. It was a dead tomato plant. And
Right.
then this tomato plant I cut back so that, because it's got new growth. See the new growth right there?
Right.
Okay.
So what you gotta do is
This
you
may
cut
not
back
look.
the old growth, and the new growth will
Yes, sir.
harvest. It will come back stronger because you.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about what you said yesterday when you said, yeah, sometimes you have, sorry, it's very windy. You said that, cut it back. And I remember seeing that as well, to cut it back. Here is the broccoli. You can see that it is broccoli now. It's getting a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And this may not look healthy right now, but it's still alive. This is actually a baby tomato plant. And that's there. The rocks that are circling here, that doesn't look too good. But that one still made it. This is a tomato plant in the middle. It's very small. I still have the carrots, another broccoli, and then the squash.
Mhm.
But everything else is looking good. Now I have to cover this up. I got all the sticks so that it would stick up. The net would not lay down and squash the plants.
Anything. Yeah. What you could do with tomato plants, if you cut the stems off on the bottom of the plant, them in water and they'll root in your plant.
I just did that today. Are you reading my mind, Stephen? Because I was just about to show you something. That's exactly what I did. I had it rooting for about 7 days.
Mhm.
And I'm going to show you the plant that I got from that. A lot of people don't a lot of people don't know that, Stephen, that they can root a piece. As long as it's green and
Right.
it's a pretty sizable piece of stem. Okay. I got to secure this net.
If you have a brown pumpkin leaf, I would cut the brown pumpkin leaf off because the plant is going to die off because it's trying to energize that. That will kill off the plants. Just cut the leaf off at the stem.
Exactly. And some people are like, "Oh, my plant's so beautiful. I don't want to do that." You have to. You have to. You have to do it. So these are the tomato plants, okay? And they're doing a lot better. I put the manure, and I'm going to show you the plant food that I bought. I put the manure, and then I put the plant food on everything. Everything has been fertilized. All the soil has been cleaned up. And this is my neighbor's cat. Hey, boo boo. This is my neighbor's cat,
Mhm.
and that's this cat. Yeah, I got all these black cats, and then I have a black cat indoors. Go home. Go home. Go. Go home. Go. Yeah, my neighbor said don't feed him. I don't feed her cat because he's a bit overweight. But anyways, I'm gonna give her a little more food because she's still hungry.
Mhm.
Oh, the tomato plant that I transplanted.
Mhm.
I rooted it, like you just said so wisely
Right.
there, Stephen. I put it in this bottle, this very bottle,
Mhm.
like this one.
Right.
And I'm waiting for, there was 2 of them in there. So I just got it in the bottle. I use bottled water with it for the most
Mhm.
part. So this is there was 2 of them, and here it is. Here's the other one.
That's growing. Yeah, that will grow.
Yeah. So I
And when
just
it gets a
literally,
little bigger, cut the leaves off at the bottom so it shoots up. Grow.
yeah.
Right.
And I'm
Once
happy.
once the leaves touch the ground, they get fungus on them, or they'll take off because that's what a
Exactly.
tomato plant does. It will grow on the ground and continue to grow. You got to cut them so the plant shoots up. It just needs flowers to make
See,
plants.
that's what I like about coming to visit your channel. You know about the lawn, you know about gardening and everything. Let me show you my new babies. Can you see my hand? Do you see this?
Yeah.
So these are new,
Hmm.
and then these 2 little ones right here.
Hmm.
Those are the ones that were on. I think these are going to be purple. I
Hmm.
think. I don't know. But there's 2 here. There's 2 here. And then there's 2 here. I don't have any fruit on this one yet. This is what started. It's all started because I wanted to get a little soil. But as you know, trying to buy one little thing with us, we end up buying 5 things.
Yes. That's what my wife says. For
That's like
goodness sake,
trying
you
to
can't
go.
buy one thing. I know.
It's like trying to buy one thing at the Dollar Tree.
Mhm.
That ain't gonna happen. But anyways, this is what. Oh, let me feed this cat first, and then I can go inside. All right, there, sweetie. You're being kind of greedy, but I'm gonna give you some more. Here you go. That's the second time in minutes. But if she's hungry, she's hungry. What am I supposed to do? The cat is acting like me. It has one piece of cake and then it has to have another.
Mhm.
So basically, what I was talking about, I gotta open my window. It is hotter than a pistol in here. So basically, I was the second person that I talked to. We're trying to convince this neighbor to stop being a certain set way because
Mhm.
it's going to hurt her. But I digress. So this is what I bought. Let me
Bless
hold
you.
it up. Can you see that
Right.
good?
Yep. Hmm.
It is called, it was $4 and just say $5 altogether.
Right.
Tomato, it's Expert Gardener tomato and vegetable garden plant food. It
Mhm.
says formulated with calcium to help prevent splitting and blossom end rot. Contains micro nutrients, immediately time release nitrogen, feeds up to 3 months, and it's a 12-10-5.
Mhm.
And I've never tried this product before. I'm not
Right.
sponsored by anybody. Let's make that
Right.
crystal clear.
And if you use
And
that, be very, very careful. Don't put too much on because it'll burn the plant. So
yeah, so
sprinkle it lightly.
yeah, it instructs that you should go inches under the plant.
Mhm.
In other
Right.
words, under the base or just
Mhm.
whatever. But anyway, so what I did is I went to the side of the plant, not
Mhm.
directly too close to it, and I got my little hand shovel and I went
Wow.
in,
Yeah.
this is 4 to 6 inches. So I opened it up the soil
Mhm.
and I just opened up the soil and it's like beads. It looks like little beads. And it
Right.
said 2 tablespoons per plant.
Right.
So this is what it looks like. If I can get a little bit on my hand and not spill it. Okay. Can you see my hand and see it?
Yep. I see it.
This is what it looks like.
Mhm.
So basically just envision you got a plant and you go to here's the plant standing up and you go next to it and you just kind of get that blade little
Mhm.
diggy thing, your little shovel, a hand shovel, and you open up a little slit or a little hole about 4 to 6 inches deep.
Mhm.
And then you sprinkle a few, you
So
want a total of it's a total of 2 tablespoons.
mhm.
So you can, dig a little hole around it, drop it in, dig a little hole, kind of the circumference of the plant, just kind of
Right.
sprinkle it around, put the dirt, cover the hole back up, and then water to activate it.
Mhm.
So and then I sprinkled before that, I sprinkled a little bit of cow manure uh, at the top of the plant on the soil. And then I kind
Mhm.
of blended it.
Put it over.
Then
Yeah.
yeah, kind of, just blend it up, kind of loosen the soil so that the stuff can
Mhm.
break down. And then I put this. And if that doesn't make the plants healthy after all that work for hours, I have no idea what else to do.
Mhm.
When the plants are not growing correctly, in my humble opinion, the fruit isn't coming to the plant after months.
Right.
There's something wrong with the way that the thing's being fed. In my humble opinion, it needs nutrients. It needs Vita Vita Vegemins. It needs some vitamins.
Mhm.
Because the soil is not healthy. The soil is lacking nutrition, in my humble opinion.
Yep. So I think I'm gonna go review all my stuff tomorrow because I got to get ready for the 4th, and I'll show everybody the garden again. What I'm doing, I'm gonna try to get my lights up, get everything that I can in the ground tomorrow, and then uh, start my second harvest of the stuff growing in the greenhouse, like the
Yeah,
purple
that's
tomatoes and stuff.
yes, sir. That's why I did what I did today. I went out and got all of the soil
Mhm.
and the cow manure and all that other stuff. Now I have a nice spot in the middle
Right.
where of the planter box that is got the manure. It's got brand new soil on top of the old soil. It's enriched with the nutrients for vegetables and for plants and vegetables. So now the little mini tiny garden bed is ready.
Right.
And on each corner, there's carrots on one side, but there's a nice wide spot in the middle.
Hmm.
And so I have to make up my mind on what I want to plant. I want more potatoes, but when I went back to the store, they didn't have the potato thingies.
Hmm. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make maybe make another raised bed. I'm going to try to get something to grow this year, but I'm going to put it on the side of the house by the greenhouse, and
Mhm.
have that. My wife said, "Why do you want to do that?" I said, I want more vegetables. I want to have it right there that I can put stuff in there and then transplant it later. I tried transplanting a tree; it didn't work. I
Well,
killed it.
you have till, if you start now,
Mhm.
usually for vegetables, it's 90 to 100 days. It just
Right.
depends on what the vegetable, according
Mhm.
to the packages. I'm
Yep.
not savvy about these things, but I just read the seed packet. It says from 90 days to 100
Mhm.
days for certain
Right.
vegetables.
Well, that's why you got to get the stuff in the ground early, so
Yeah.
uh,
Oh,
you
go
have
ahead.
stuff harvest now. So what I'm going to plant now, seedlings, those seedlings will grow, and I will have another harvest that will go into late November, and then it'll get cold, and we'll start all over again next year. So,
You got
it's-
two shots at this. You got two chances.
Mhm.
Two, like what they call our summer fruits, our summer vegetables. And then you
Mhm.
have the fall, like you just said, into October, November.
Right. And then I'll show
Going,
people how to can the vegetables and stuff, and how to um, make it so you have them, and when to pick the tomato. Don't pick it when it's let it ripen on the vine. Take it when it's getting ripe, when it's almost ripe. Pick it, because if it ripens on the thing, it gets mushy. So this way you have a nice hard tomato. When they take tomatoes for the grocery store, they pick them when they're just getting ripe. They take them off. They're almost green, and they take them. And by the time they get to the store, they're ripe. That's why they look the way they do. So once they start to ripen on your plant, you take them off. Not when they're green, when they start to ripen. So then I'm gonna uh, show everybody that, and then I'm gonna put a link down to the person that I got the information from. It's How to with Doc. He's got a farm in Georgia, and he harvests a ton of vegetables. He's got this fertilizers he's made with Anderson and stuff like that. That's why my lawn is so green, because I use the a dark green lawn, Lawn Alive, and the PGF Complete and the Dirt Booster, which I'm going to make compost with. I'll show everybody that. And
this
I've
is
been using
this,
that, and my grass is beautiful. Everybody's like, well, why is your grass so green? Well,
this is the thing. People want to know how to do things, and they get intimidated.
mhm,
Oh, I can't grow a garden. I
right,
can't do a lawn. It's too hard. It's too
mhm,
difficult. I don't want to do it. It's too hot. But if we give them some step by steps, that's why
yep,
I do what, like you do, like we all do. Judy May has plants, it's
mhm,
that season. I show the plant updates. I show when I first grew them, when they're
mhm,
tiny in the house, and I showed them how I put them in a plastic baggie and I put them on top of the fridge. I show them that here's the seedlings now.
mhm,
And then they see, I'll go, here's the seedlings in the ground. And then,
mhm, yep,
every bunch of weeks, give them an update to
mhm,
encourage others that, look, we're not running around here like our thumb is exactly perfectly green, but we're
mhm,
just trying to show you, what we're doing. You can do it. You can have a nice lawn that's green
yep,
like a Garden Aquatics remixes lawn. You can have when he's showing you
mhm,
how to do it. He's giving you the stages. He's showing you the fish pond. Okay, the fish pond looks like this. This is what I did to resolve the issue with the pond, this
right,
XYZ issue.
mhm.
So, I'm turning
And
on my air conditioning.
I think I cured the predator problem with the two cats that are coming to the pond. They try to get into the pond. They can't get in because they go to the net, and they push the other net down, and they try to climb up, and then it makes a mess on the pond. So now I got the filter running good, and I put the mesh all around the pond, and I put trellises pointing up so that they're not going to go near it because they get scratched or whatever. So I think
Yeah,
one
but the
cat
thing of it is,
got hurt because I haven't seen him, and there was blood in the pond. So, and I don't want to do it, but
when
I don't want
yeah,
to
when
get
you do, let me wash my hands. It's kind of I try to remember if I go outside, I touch anything, I don't know who's, I gotta wash my hands.
I always wash my hands. I always wear gloves. I always get dirt on them. I'm constantly scrubbing my hands. My wife says, "Why do you?" I'm always looking for scrub brushes. And I make a mess in the sink because of dirt. And when I come in from outside, whatever, I always wash my hands and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Anything
because the hands is a germ carrier.
Mhm.
The hands are a germ carrier. If we go into a public space,
Mhm.
not everybody washes their hands when they use the restroom. They do not. Men and women, they don't. So if I go to the store, and we've said this before, if I go into the store, I go to Walmart or whatever store that may be, and there's a beautiful tomatoes, a big old pile of tomatoes in the display there.
Mhm.
Well, Susan, Harriet, Charlie, Johnny, Samantha, I'm making up names. Yeah.
Yeah. Touch.
Did I
Yep.
ever tell you this? I want to tell you a little story, which is kind of, I don't know if it's funny, but it's kind of weird. So me and my son, this is when I was in my 30s. I'm in my 60s now, as you know. So we go into this supermarket. My son's with me. Was he? Yeah, my son was with me. He was probably about, I don't know, 14 years old. He was old enough to where he, like a young teenager. So I say, hey, I don't know if I was going to have spaghetti or not. I was going to have lasagna or spaghetti. So I wanted some fresh Italian bread.
Mm-hmm.
So the old school fresh Italian bread back in the day, it comes in the bag. It comes in the rectangle bag, and the little piece of bread is sticking out, and most of the bread is covered. So there's a display, and there's just envision it like this.
We lost that. What? I don't know. It was
I have
me.
no idea. So imagine this. We're gonna play again. We're gonna pretend. We're gonna pretend. Okay. I'm gonna put these wooden things down on my counter, so you can see.
Right.
Okay. So imagine this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but you know me. I try anything twice. So that's a little joke. Instead of once, I try it twice before I mess up. Haha. But anyways, let's pretend this paper. Can you see my hand? Can you see this?
Yeah.
So pretend this is the bag, and these are the loaves of bread sticking out, the front.
Right.
So what this man was doing was he was sticking his bare hand in every single bag, and he was squeezing the bread, touching that man was just touching all the bread. I go, hey! I was in my 30s. He was probably about 78 or 80 years old. So he was kind of doing like this. Oh, where's the so you can see me. Okay. So he's just, he's sort of shuffling, and he's like, he's picking up, touching all the bread, but he's kind of, so I know he was about 80. I said, stop that. I go, you're not supposed to put your hand on the bread. People are going to eat that bread. He goes, why don't you be quiet? He goes, I've been testing bread like this for decades.
Okay. All right.
I've been testing bread like this for decades. I'm like, you old fool.
Well, it's Sarah.
Yeah, that's my point about washing our hands,
Yeah.
He hadn't got to the end of the row. I ran to the end of the row where he hadn't gotten. I got my bread before he could put his hand on it. Can you imagine?
Okay.
This man was, he was touching all the bread, all of it. As he was over here, I ran over here and I got my bread and put it in the cart. My son just looked at me and bust up laughing. He thought it was funny. He goes, "That's funny, Mom." I'm like, "Shut up." It ain't gonna be funny if he doesn't wash his hands when he uses the restroom,
Mhm.
and then he touches the bread with his germy hands, and you eat the bread and get the germs from him.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
why I would
nasty.
go directly to the place where they bake the bread. They put it on the shelf and just cook right there, and they take it out. I'll get that one. I used to be around the corner from where you used to live. You go, you smell it, and I think the place is still there. So,
There is nothing like
fresh
fresh
bread.
baked, the Italian bread, the rolls, the cannolis. I used to like that. Like I said, we talk about that place
Right.
in
Yeah.
Lucibello's there, and the things, they look like little pies, and they have custard, like a custard little pie with a
Mhm.
thick crust,
Mhm.
right? You got the chocolate, you got the vanilla. Then it's very flaky. It looks like a hot dog roll, but
Mhm.
it's a pastry.
Right.
And they put, I don't know the names of other, and then they squeeze in like the pudding, the cream, all that. Then you got the cannolis. You
Yeah.
got the regular cannoli, and then
Mhm.
you with the cream filling, the ricotta cream, kind of a ricotta cream inside.
Right.
Then
Yes.
you got the smaller chiquito. In Spanish, we say
Mhm.
chiquito, small. You got
Mhm.
the small cannolis, and they have. It looks like they squeeze in, in the hole, in the opening. Lucibello's had it where it had little tiny chocolate chips, not a lot.
Yeah.
But you have the cream filling with a little bit of the little tiny chocolate
Mhm.
chips. You know that I'm a foodie because I'm talking about stuff from 45 years ago. That's how much of a memory I have. When you give me good food
Yes.
and you give me good pastry, we never forget because we love
Mhm.
our food.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
they had the best lemon ice. Ain't nothing like going into an Italian bakery to get the Italian lemon ice. Come on here now.
Yes.
That stuff
Is
is
it-
good.
They have an Italian pizzeria that has the Italian ice. It's the best.
Oh my gosh, it's delicious. And it used to be 10 cents. 10
Mhm.
cents. Me and my sister, maybe I'm 10 years old. She's about 8. We used to run across the street. There was another bakery, but it closed. I can't remember the name of it. It was down a bit from Lucibello's. We would go to that bakery first over anything. But then when that closed, we started going to Lucibello's because they didn't have any other Italian pastry shops. And it's the old school, when they give you the box, they reach above their head and they get the white and red string, and they
Mhm.
pull the white and red string. It's still connected, and then they take
Right.
the crisscross and they tie
Yep.
it, the crisscross and they
Yep.
tie it, and yeah. And I miss that. I
Mhm.
miss that personal interaction with the customers. The lady, she had the beehive, the
Yep.
beehive hairdo, where
Yep.
it's all way up here, it's slicked back, and it's got a big old bun, and then the hairnet, the
Yep.
hairnet, and
It's
they would
yummy.
yummy. Hey,
Yes.
Jesse
Yeah.
M.
Yeah.
And you remember back in the day? I don't know if they do it now. I know they wear the apron, but back in the day, at least in my Italiano, my Italian pastry shop, the Lucibello's and the other one, they wore all white.
Yep.
The ladies wore a dress that passed their knees. It was like a nurse, almost looked like a dress from the old-fashioned nurses. They
Mhm.
wore that.
And the
They
white
wore
apron.
the black or the white non-slip shoes. It was like a uniform. Now they just wear anything. But people used to wear uniforms. If you went to the butcher, he had the apron on. He had a certain look.
Okay. Thank you,
Good
Squirrel.
morning, squirrel. Oh, good evening,
Thank you,
squirrel.
Squirrel.
Hi,
Yeah.
Squirrel's Magnet Fishing and
He said
Outdoors.
he didn't get my notification. Of course not. You know that.
If the more you interact with a channel, the more notifications you get.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
think
missed
the-
that thing where
I think the bakery in the Valley Stream, there's one here, but they don't do that. I think the one in Valley Stream still has the guy where they die and they wear the aprons and stuff.
yeah, I
gotta go
like
back
that.
there and check it
You
out.
you would have and then back in the day, nurses wore the nurse's cap,
Yep.
the thing, and they dressed in white. Now you could back in the old days they didn't wear pants.
hmm
But then they started bringing in where you could wear the pants,
hmm
and then they started having the scrubs, where the light blue scrubs,
Right.
And then
Mhm.
now they got all different kinds of styles of scrubs,
Yep.
different designs.
hmm
But back in the day, things were uniform. Things were strict and uniform. And sorry to sound like a whatever, I like that.
Right. And my doctor had the white coat too. He wore that white coat, the big long white coat. My
Stethoscope around his or her
yeah,
neck. Yeah.
my doctor now we go to, she does that. But we're having a disagreement now, but hopefully we'll straighten it out. As I'm telling her the pills that I'm taking and stuff like that, she's saying that I'm not following her thing. It's making me sick, and so I'm taking less of it, and it's working. So uh, when
Well,
I
keep in
go for the
mind,
test, yeah,
I'll use the word allegedly.
right.
Allegedly, I said allegedly. I want to make sure that's heard
Thank you.
clearly.
Mhm.
Let's say, I'm not going to talk about the doctor. Let's say you come to me and I am the paper towel company.
Mhm.
I'm the paper towel company. And you come in and you want some paper towels.
Right.
And I say to you, hey, this, you like this paper towel. This is what you like. But this here, the company came in and said, if
Mhm.
you sell a lot of these,
Mhm.
we'll give you a little tip.
Mhm.
We'll give you, we'll give you a little kickback. I'll say a
Mhm.
little tip. See? So when you come in, okay, Miss Lynn, I'm Miss Lynn, Miss Toilet Paper, Miss Paper Towel Lady, I'd
Mhm.
like my paper towels. I said, Steven, we have a brand new paper towel. It's better. See how this looks kind of raggedy and bad? But no, Miss Lynn, I like this one. But no. Why don't you try this? Because I'm thinking about the little tip I'm gonna get.
Yep.
Now you can
Yep.
take that to any industry.
Mhm. Right.
Sometimes we go to the doctor and maybe there's an incentive,
Mhm.
allegedly,
Right.
to try to convince human beings to do something.
Right.
Have this, not what you
Because
makes you feel
I went to
better.
my urologist and he told me, why are you taking this pill with this? Because the one you're taking for your prostate issue is the same thing. So why are you taking double? You know, it also helps your blood pressure. So we're going to talk about blood pressure next.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
you're being over medicated.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Mhm.
Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm careful what I say. But
And now
yeah,
I'm at 2477. Okay. It has not moved up.
what I'm
Has-
doing is I have my Arizona blueberry white tea. I have my ice tray,
mhm.
and I'm
Yeah.
pouring the tea to freeze them into cubes.
Mhm.
Why are you doing that, Grandma? Because when these turn into ice cubes, these are regular ice cubes.
Mhm.
When these turn into ice, when they get frozen, and I put uh, these ice cubes made out of tea into the tea, it's not going to dilute it. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Right.
you can take, let's say you have your favorite drink is orange juice.
Right.
It's
Right.
real hot. You put the ice cube in, it dilutes the flavor, tastes kind of thin, right?
Right.
But what you do is put about 5 or 6 little things of orange juice in your
Mhm.
ice tray. Listen to
Right.
grandma. And then when you take those those orange juice, it's orange juice, but it's frozen, and you
Mhm.
put that in the orange juice, it's going to taste good. It's not going to taste thinned out. And I'm going to be doing a video about that. So now I got
Mhm.
the iced tea. We're going to
Mhm.
freeze that into cubes, and then I'm going to do a video. I just thought of this right now as I'm talking to you.
Mhm.
And you say, well, that's kind of silly. Nobody cares about that. It's always the videos you think of at the last minute that you think nobody cares about. There's a lot of people just like us,
Mhm.
everyday, ordinary people that are retired from working jobs, like working really hard. And they can relate to you, Stephen. They
Yeah.
can relate to me. They can relate to Jesse. They can relate to Judy Mae Collins. Because there's Judy Mae Collins type folks.
Yeah. Mhm.
There's Stephen and his family type folks. There's folks like me. And
Mhm.
I keep trying to express to people, oh, I don't have the right camera, or oh, I'm kind of boring. I'm this and that. Judy Mae Collins said,
Yeah.
I don't understand why your hours are not going up
Yeah.
with everyone running your playlist.
I know.
Sometimes YouTube sniffs around.
Mhm.
YouTube sniffs around. And they
Yeah.
can kind of tell if you're watching, you have genuine interest in your watching.
Right.
Sometimes they will count things, and sometimes they won't. Which is, I'm not going to say anything else about that.
Right.
And so I tried to explain this to people. I said, thank you so much. You know, if you want to watch my playlist, and I said, I'm about to start XYZ's playlist. I'm going to play Judy Mae. It's not helping.
One bit.
No, that's not true. I don't agree with that. It helps.
It helps.
It has. This is just my opinion. Brother John / Squirrel, Sister Judy Mae, and Stephen.
Right.
There's a way to do that. You will say it's kind of normal. You got a bag of popcorn and you're going to watch a playlist for 4 hours. That's kind of normal, right? Right, Stephen?
Right.
About 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours. What would be kind of abnormal is 18 hours
Mm-hmm.
on a playlist. Do you not, do the folks not understand that YouTube knows that?
Right.
It's just an opinion. It's got to be done in such a way. A block of 4 hours, 2 hours, wait a couple days. Another block. So by the end of the week, you've gotten the 12 hours, but it's realistic. It's
Mm-hmm.
not obvious. You
Right.
know.
That's what they're doing. She says, I don't know. It's just said that you can't get to there.
But I'm trying to see it. You can't get that. The letters are so tiny. Let me see. You can't get to that 3. In other words, the 3,000.
Yeah.
He's going to get there, but it's going to take a while.
Yes.
See, that's the other thing about, that's the other thing. It's going to sound kind of weird. Listen carefully. If you've never been monetized and you've tried for 2 years, which, let's tell the truth, a squirrel's been trying for about 2 years or so, YouTube is gonna be just it's kind of weird. It's a battle to get right. When you're right to the end, it goes down, 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 down. Then it comes up a tiny bit. It goes down, 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 and eventually they gotta relent. They gotta. Oh, I give. Bing, 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 bing. I give.
Yeah, that's what they did with me. I went up. I went down 2. I went up 3, I went
They don't
down.
want to give it.
No.
That algorithm fights with you. And the other thing is, it's kind of like it's greedy. It's almost like allegedly they're playing commercials whether you're monetized or not. And it's almost like they're trying to get as much as they can for free without commercials. You feeling me? You understand?
Yep.
Allegedly. So you have to be very patient. I'm fed up. Oh, don't give up now.
Don't give up. Don't give
Listen,
up. I tell you.
never let the devil see you sweat, brother.
Yeah.
It took me a year and a half. I kept getting, we don't approve. I kept getting I got about 11 emails. 11 emails. I'm sorry, not at this time. I'm sorry, your AdSense. No. They just kept telling me no. And I just kept going on live, living on here. Stephen could be in the early evening when he's not on the air. He could stop by 6 p.m. his time and see me. Oh, Grandma's Lynn on. Grandma Lynn's on. I'll let it play for an hour or two or whatever. Then he would leave. And then maybe 8 hours later, are you still on the air?
Yeah.
People are trying to figure us out, us YouTubers out, Stephen. Stephen, you're on the air for 3 hours? Yes. And I'm trying we have a goal in mind. So we got to do what we got to do. And I used to feel funny about it, Stephen. I would feel like, oh, people are probably sick of seeing my face. You know what? If they get sick of seeing my face, they'll just turn it off and go watch somebody bake a pie instead of watching me. It's okay. I'm always telling people this. I said, hey, if you're going to stay for 5 minutes and give a thumbs up, my response to you, thank you very much. If you're going to stay for 30 minutes, if you are going to turn a Garden Aquatics remix, if you come in and watch Garden Aquatic remix and you're playing his live stream right now, you can set the cell phone down as long as it's still running. Oh, I'm going to go into the other room and cook dinner. I'm going to go make a bologna and cheese sandwich. It doesn't make any difference whether I'm right here looking at you or whether the cell phone's on the counter. Thank you for blessing me. You don't need to sit there and be like this for 3 hours. Some people get a little offended. You mean to tell me I've been on the air for 3 hours? You didn't sit there looking at me for 3 hours? Have you lost your mind? Just say thank you. And on purpose, I know what you're trying to do, Stephen. So when I come on the air, I try to do a little bit. I try to make it interesting when I come over here. I take you outside. You know what I mean, right? So if somebody comes in, maybe they'll see me making a sandwich or cooking, and maybe it'll, But please, if you're in the background, you're quietly watching, maybe you forgot, or maybe you didn't think about it. Could you please give Garden Aquatic Remix a thumbs up?
Yep.
And go into the chat. There's a playlist in the chat. I'm going to go in the bedroom right now and I'm going to drop it again. And what's the playlist for? If you could just click on the link and just let it play for an hour or so and bless him. He's trying to work. Hello, Easy Home Cooking.
Living for Jesus. Hello. Thank you.
Hello, Living for Jesus. Welcome.
Welcome.
So what am I doing quietly without saying it, but now I'm saying it? When I come on here, I try to yip yap or whatever. Keep it a little lively, Not that I'm anybody, because I'm not. I suspect I recognize, Stephen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I recognize that I talk a lot and I have a big mouth. I also recognize that I got to be careful how I say this. In some senses, you're used to you don't need any extra.
Nope.
But I just, I'm just being myself or whatever. There was something else I wanted to show you. So I told you about the soil. I got the cow manure. Grandma's sister. Recipes very nice. My favorite. Oh, to cook. Okay, for my favorite for something. I can't see it. Let me come over to the big screen here.
FOV and then KEK. I don't know what that.
I don't know. Let me reset this.
Good evening.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that man putting his hand all over the bread. I'm like, you lost your mind. You know, can you imagine? There was no TikTok back then. You know,
Mhm.
there was no people like putting a lot of videos online back then. Can you imagine? I get into an argument with the guy with the Italian bread, Stephen. I
Mhm.
pick up one of the breads. I start clunking.
Yeah.
We start having a bread fight and clunking each
Yeah.
other on the head. Oh, I wanted to tell you something. That's what I wanted to tell you. Stephen, I want you to look at the screen. I'm going to turn my cell phone, okay? You ready?
Right. Go ahead.
Okay. Do you see you see this that I'm pointing to?
I'm just going to solo. Yes.
See this?
Yes.
And then you see the XP up here?
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about this earlier.
Right.
What this is Judy May Collins has made the most comments. She's number one
Right.
in making comments. She's made the most comments. That's what that's measuring.
Mm-hmm.
Her participation in the chat. She is number one. Jesse is number three. Easy home cooking. I'm sorry. Judy May is in number one place for
Right.
the most comments. There's living in easy home cooking is number three in
Right.
comments in your chat.
Mm-hmm.
And then Squirrel says, the way I am right now, I don't care no more. This is how I am, fed up with YouTube, with all the family members I have. They don't even come to the live stream and don't even leave a comment on a video. I rarely, a Squirrel, let me try to encourage you. Watch this, Squirrel. You talk about not leaving comments. I want to show you something. I want to show you something, John. John, Squirrel's first name is John. So if you're wondering why I'm
Yeah.
saying John, that's Squirrels, Magnet
Even
Fishing and
Jessica says don't
Outdoors.
give up.
Okay, so here's what I want to show. I want to encourage him. He said, I don't get any comments. Watch this. So here's a live stream. It's only because of being vertical. For some reason, YouTube allowed my channel and does this for a lot of channels. I'm nobody. We're all in the same boat, all of us. Judy May Collins, Jesse M, Squirrels Magnet Fishing and Outdoors, Mr. Steven of Garden Aquatics Remix, and Grandma Lynn, and Easy Home Cooking. All of us are in the same boat. We don't get millions and gazillions of views. But anywho, so here is 9,000. Can you see this, my finger?
Yeah.
9,465 views. How many comments did I get? 8.
Mm-hmm.
Does that give you an idea, Squirrel? People, when TikTok started, people's attention spans are they want to see something quick and they don't have patience, right? So what did YouTube do? YouTube developed the vertical feed like TikTok. YouTube, and this is just the truth, they're here to make a profit like any other company, and they have a right to make a
Mhm.
profit. TikTok, they have a right to make a profit. Us YouTubers, we have a right to earn some money,
Yep.
with commercials. That's the business. This is a business for them. No disrespect to anybody,
Yep.
right?
Exactly.
That's just how it is. They don't care. Let's put it this way. Our supervisor, my supervisor at my old job when I was cutting potatoes and working like a dog, standing on my feet, working like a dog, they didn't care about my feelings. Oh, are you all right? Are you all right, Lynn? Do your feet hurt? Get to work.
Mm-hmm.
The machine stopped. Pick up a broom. Why are you standing around? It's a business. That's how it is. We're making an exchange. Our body work for money.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, the same thing. Our body of work,
Yeah.
they get their piece because they get their piece because the platform for us to be on it is free.
Hello.
Hey, Living for Jesus. The platform is free. Let's tell the truth. YouTube is free. Yes, they got to
Yes.
have some people doing content, but if we tell the truth, it's free for us to get on here. And and John's, aka Squirrels Magnet Fishing and Outdoors, I don't want you to give up. It took me a year and a half after being on YouTube for 10 years. That shoop, they snatched that monetization like a baby snatching a lollipop. They took that thing, and I had to work my way back. I had to work. And this is what. And look at this man over here. I don't know where you are. Are you here or here? I can't tell.
Yeah.
You're here.
Yes, there. Right.
Hi, this way. Hey, can we do it on? Listen. Can we do it after the number 3? 1, 2, 3. Ready? So we'll wave. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We'll do a wave.
Yep.
Hi. Yeah, it made let's just say Stephen, me, Georgia Girl, Every Woman Wellness, Catherine with Friends, a bunch of, and you know how we lost it. They're starting over. I started over. Stephen started over. Yes, it's only being a human being with feelings that we get upset because Stephen put in a lot of hours and we were here for some of that. But what did he do? We went through our whatever it was and we just said, let's go. Let's go. So Stephen come back, got his channel, started posting videos, started coming on live. And right now he's sitting at 5,350 something. And he's at 2,000. He's almost at the 3,000. He's right on the crux of the 3,000 to getting channel members.
I went down to the last 2 days. I went down. So
I go down too. And I'm monetized. Not that that makes me better, but just to let you know, when you're monetized, that happens too. You all know this. It'll say you got, let's pretend you got 400 views. I'll go back then. I'll look at 400 views. I'll look a few days later. You look. I wonder how many views I got on that short. It'll say 400 views, and a few days later I go back. It says 397, 395, 393, and then it'll stay at 393. Why did it lose those views? I don't know. And I'm monetized, and I lose views. I lose watch hours.
Yes.
All the time. I use the money when they say in the last 28 days you got this, all of a sudden whoop, it goes like this. I understand that Squirrel is frustrated because this is his second year. I don't know if he's been trying. I think minimally this is his second year really going for it.
Right.
And I'm going to be playing it. By the way, Brother Squirrel, I'm playing Stephen for a bunch of hours, and then I will do yours after that. But I'm being careful to do the 4-hour block. You know what I mean? So that it sticks. I'm trying my best.
He says, I get by with a little help from my friends. Of course.
Come on now. Come on, Judy Mae Collins. What's going on, Living for Jesus?
What's going on? She came up. Here she is. Hello.
I know that she's sometimes she has to put the kids to bed and stuff like that because it's 9. It's no. It's midnight. It's 11 o'clock where she is, just about.
Yeah, she's in Central Time. It's the only state that she's in the Central
Yeah,
Time zone.
because when it's midnight where you are, it's 11 p.m. where she is. I don't know. And Judy May says, I do too. It's devastating when you lose 1,000 views. Exactly, Judy May.
Can you hear
Easy
me?
home cooking. Yeah,
I hear
there
you
she
now.
is. What's going on, sister?
Yeah, like I said, my kids are still awake because we got home late, so I made like a really really late like supper. But I only came up for because I wanted to say something. A lot of times, a lot of times it's just YouTube. Like right now on my phone, I cannot comment on Grandma Lynn's videos. I literally have to get my laptop out to be able to comment on her
Mhm.
videos on short
Same
videos.
thing for Steven. You're right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've tried to comment on Brother Squirrel's videos on my phone, won't let me. You know what I'm saying? I don't get sometimes I don't even get y'all's notifications. I will have to go to
Mhm.
your channels and see when
Yep.
the last time y'all put a video up. So a lot of times it's YouTube. It's not even have
Exactly.
support. It's just that YouTube is blocking that support. Because I literally I can right now I cannot comment on Grandma Lynn's videos on my phone. I literally have to
I
get my
can't. I can't.
and
Yes,
just
living for Jesus. I can't comment on Brother Stevens. It's kind of weird. I can comment on very few people on the cell phone. I got to use the laptop, like you just said. Living for
Mhm.
Jesus.
yeah, and you're adding on to like Judy May Collins. When I had subscribed to hers, I was able to comment on her shorts and stuff like that. And now it's give or take. Sometimes it'll let me comment, and sometimes it won't. That's what I'm saying. It's YouTube. YouTube
Mhm.
puts these restrictions and these blockades up to try to. I don't know if they're trying to discourage or what they're trying. It's almost like the shadow banding. It's almost
Oh,
like
that's a fact. That's a fact. I've literally sat down, living for Jesus. I literally sat down one night and I had a short video. I was on my laptop and I was in the YouTube studio like this. Hold on, I'll show you.
And
I was like, watch this. I was like this. Let me see. Let me go analytics. Let me go content, and then I'm gonna go shorts, and then I'm gonna go analytics. I was like this. Watch this. So here it is. Here is these analytics. You see? Do you see my index finger?
yeah,
Hello? Okay. Right? And you see where
yeah,
this short had 488 views, right? Do you see
right.
this? I literally was here. It's updating live. And I watched the numbers go down
Mhm.
live. I'm like, it right in front of my face. It said 400 views right in front of my face live on YouTube Studio. It said from four, it went 399,
Yep.
398, and then it said 387. So living for Jesus, we will say allegedly this is true.
Mhm.
Like live. I'm like,
But
how do my views go down in a short video that's 16 seconds long? How? I think allegedly something's kind of messed up there,
Mhm.
in my
Oh,
humble opinion.
I can't comment on JG threefold anything.
Yeah. So I think that they have they're racking up the money,
AI,
and good luck
AI.
to
Okay.
you. In the AdSense, you can't call them on the phone. You
No,
can talk to a person, but you can't, hello, hi, AdSense, I'm not getting paid on my channel. You can't, you know what I mean?
no. I know.
And keep in mind, talking about living for Jesus, if she gets quiet, she's dealing with her two daughters, and one of her daughters is autistic.
Right.
So if they came in late, they had a late dinner, and then if she's
Mhm.
trying to get them to settle in and go to bed, when you have I have an autistic brother who's now a grown old man, But yeah, it was quite a challenge. So the good part about her being up here is you know that your stream is counting for your
Yes.
watch hours with her and
Mhm.
with me. And with
Yes.
me, I'm on my cell phone. However, I've got you at the same time. I've got you over here.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So you got a two for the price of one.
Well,
So what are you going to do for the July the 4th, everybody? What are your plans?
so we're having a barbecue with just family and one friend. Couples of what? Four, uh, five or six, 8 people over, and then they have the fireworks. We're between two parks. One park does the fireworks, and then we're near Jones Beach. Jones Beach does the fireworks, so we see Jones Beach and think you
That's
see
awesome.
all around us.
Don't-
And then the neighborhood has a block party. They're allowed to do fireworks. They get a group to come in and do it. So you'll see fireworks all around me. Every year I do it. You'll see a ton of
I
them.
was going to say you grab that cell phone and you can play some dun, 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 dun.
Well, I was hoping to be monetized or be close. So we'll see. It'd be nice, but I figure by next week I'll be there. So I don't
Yeah.
think I'm gonna make it though.
So I want John or Squirrels Magnet Fishing and Outdoors to be encouraged.
Yeah.
I was on the air for 10 years and then I got, what happened to me. And then it took me over a year to come back. And it
Yeah.
was quite a battle, but I just lived here. What do you mean lived here?
Mhm.
I've shown this before. And as I say on my live streams, I'm going to say it. I said it before. And like Living for Jesus said, she said this to me. You put the work in. She says, sis, you put the work in. Stephen, I can say that about you. You put the work in. 4
Yeah.
days a week. Hi, everybody. I'm here in the man cave. How y'all doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
here's my Dollar Tree thing. And then you got your 20-minute videos where you're showing the process in the garden, how your vegetables are doing, how you were decorating for different holidays, how you are enriching your lawn. You scalp the lawn down. You showed us how you feed your lawn. You're giving, showing the pond, all kinds of things. You're just one after the other, and then you're going in, checking out. You're doing your short,
Yep.
5, 6 shorts. You're just on it,
Mhm.
and it's a pain in the neck, but
And my wife says, when you get it off, but so I just can't be on all the time. So when I'm on, and if I don't come on that's because my wife's
I
frustrated.
understand.
You know, so
I understand. I don't agree with her, to be honest, but that's just my personal opinion. And I'm not trying to have her come over here and hit me on the head with a piece of bread. So
mhm.
I'm
I
like,
should
this
say
is
you're on it.
this.
You're on this phone, the freaking computer too. I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
She says,
the thing of it is, I may be on the computer a lot, but I'm trying to get some money over here. And
right.
when I get monetized, then you got monetized. Oh, great. We're low on, you got $180 check. Great. Well, if you'd like to see the 180 or $240 or whatever that is, then you're going to have to be inconvenienced and allow your husband to do a little something.
Yep.
He'll do it a lot for a while.
Right.
He'll be busy for a while, but then after cha-ching, once you see the green dollar sign, then he can relax and come back for the week. Come back to the Friday, Saturday with the family. But
Right.
now we need to
Yep.
the controlling
Yeah, but
the
I
controlling.
have a business that I run too. So I spend the morning at least an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours on the business, and then I go look at the thing I comment on, what I can comment on, and everything else. And then I got to do work. I got to take her there, take my daughter here. So
Yeah, you're taking care of your family, and you're doing everything possible. But this
mhm,
is just me.
mhm.
I'm not going to talk about you all. I'm going to talk about me and an ex-husband. Okay,
Okay, Jack
me and
Russell.
my ex. Can I do that? I'll talk
Yep.
about me. I'm not talking about you and your bride. Talk about me and my ex, or me and my boyfriend John at the time. We believe he's like, oh, you got to work over? Yeah, okay, baby. Why? We didn't for us. I never got mad if he had to go in on a Saturday. Sometimes, I'm sorry to say, on a Sunday. We need money. I don't have time for me. I'm not talking about anybody else but the old wrinkled woman I'm pointing at. I'm pointing to my face. We didn't have time when we're trying to build up and get this money. There's a little bit of sacrifice involved. I'm not talking about the sacrifice of a birthday or an anniversary or Christmas, but there's sacrifice that you have to make to be successful, to get the money, to get established. I couldn't sit there and get all in my feelings. Well, I just don't think it's right. And he couldn't come to me and get my husband at the time. My husband at the time couldn't get in his family. Oh, baby, I miss you. When I go lay down, I look in the bed and you're gone. You're still at work. Dinner's not made. Go in there and make yourself a tuna fish sandwich. I'm trying to make some money. I don't have any time for your, don't get out. It doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean I'm disrespecting you. I'm loving you and I'm showing you this way. I'm trying to get you some money. I'm trying to get me some money. I'm trying to pay the mortgage. I'm trying to pay this auto insurance bill. The auto insurance bill is sitting here. So why would you come in the way of me trying to make some money? You can't complain about a bill not being paid. Me and my ex would talk. I'm talking about me and my ex-husband. I can't complain to my husband that the bill is behind. I lose sleep. I'm crabbing and complaining. I'm talking about it. I'm worried about it. And then at the same time, complain when you're trying to make some money. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm giving an opinion. You're supposed to uplift your man. You're supposed to uplift your husband. See,
I got involved in a lot of stuff with things because I was in the Republican Party. I was at the fire department. I was with the village. I was with the civic association. So I was never home. I was either doing something with the fire department, course, this, that, and the other thing. I said, "You're never home. You're never home." And then winter came. I wasn't home because we worked plowing snow, doing this, ice, get called in the middle of the night. My wife had to pay somebody to shovel and walk.
Let the man be the man.
Yeah.
See, this is me. I'm gonna give my opinion about me, okay? My mother raised me this way. The man is, yes, the leader of the house, right? If he loves you, he's gonna make this. You're gonna talk about your decisions together. That's true. But he will make the final decision because he's a God-fearing man. He's listening to what God is telling him to be a decent, moral, good husband. God is directing him. And then he's never going to make a decision, if he's God-fearing, that's going to hurt you. Let the man get some money. Let the man be the man. There can't be two men in the house. One man you know what I mean? You can't have two bosses in the house. You can talk things over with respect. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion. I have a right to my opinion. I believe as man, God, man, woman, children, dog, cat, goldfish, and the gerbil. The reason why things are kind of messed up in the United States, in my opinion, is because women are running around thinking they could be a man. There's nothing wrong with having a career. There's nothing wrong with a woman if she's single having a career, having a business, making some money. But when you get married, it's a union of two people. And the wife can't be handpecking and bossing the man around like he's supposed to be all wimpy and give in. That goes out of order what God says. God says it's the man, then the woman, because man was made first and then the woman out of his rib. Yes, the wife has a right. Sure. No, honey, I don't agree with this. Let's talk about it. That's fine. But you can't boss the husband around like you're the husband. You're not the husband. You're the wife. You got to be soft. You got to be. That's why God makes women emotional. We cry. And the man is strong. That's okay, honey. And he hugs her. And you know what I mean? Like that. Women nowadays, they boss them, they henpeck. They henpeck. It's a wonder that he wants to come home. You're trying to figure out why a 15-minute trip took him an hour and a half. Is because he's been driving around the block for an extra hour, because he knows when he opens the door, the minute the door opens, your mouth is going to open and you're not, hey, honey, welcome home. No. They never think about what the man is having to listen to. Quite frankly, shut up.
Jack
Shut
Russell's
up.
making so true. Okay.
I'm just saying. Women have a right to say, I don't like the carpet. I don't want a red. Honey, I don't want a green carpet. It looks like grass. Let's sit down and look at the swatches of carpets. The green carpet, I totally don't agree. And then you look at her and say, okay, let's take a look. Okay, I like the tan. I like the cream. Honey, what do you like? Well, I like the cream. And you say, okay, I like the cream color carpet too. And then you agree. You know, shut up. You know,
oh, we lost her. What happened?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here. But yeah, that's my complaint. You're trying to figure out why you're single. You're single, ladies, because you're single because you crab and complain. You're not a man. You're a woman.
Good evening.
That's that little lady next door. The neighbor I was talking to, I kept turning the sound off because she kept talking. I said, Miss Kathy, they can hear you. I got to mute. And then she started interrupting, blah, blah, blah. I go, Kathy, I'm live. I can't turn around and walk away with that. I'm here. I'm alive. You know, I have to explain to her.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, it's not that you're not losing control of your family if you submit. The Bible says that wives are to submit to their husbands. That doesn't mean they submit all cowardly and they don't say nothing. You don't have a right to speak up. You don't have a right to say, I disagree. You can disagree, you know, and then you come, like I said about the carpet. Okay, I like this. This is what you want to do, honey. They say your wife says, yeah. This is what the husband said. The husband says yes or no. You come to an agreement. Don't step on your husband. How about this, Stephen? How in the world can my husband talk if I got my foot on his neck?
You can't.
Hello?
Yeah.
You put your itty bitty little foot on his neck, and then you get mad. You get mad if he wants to make the money because you're lonely and he's too much over here. You're spending too much time at that job. Then you complain the bills aren't paid. Well, woman, I'm trying to pay the bills, but you're complaining when I go to get the money, and then you say don't work overtime. Then you're complaining that I'm worried about the auto insurance. I'm worried about the groceries. I'm worried about the mortgage. Well, why don't you hush up and let me go get some money?
Well, the thing was, when I was in the fire department, I wasn't getting paid. And what, you know?
Oh yeah, well, I sort of can agree. I understand that.
And then in the Republican club, I didn't get paid for that, so I was either or. Republican working this, that, nothing, you know. Because the fire
you gotta now, Stephen, come on now, we gotta have balance.
Right, so
you gotta have balance.
She did certain things that wasn't home for me, and I couldn't go to court when the kids were little. She was out with friends or whatever. I couldn't leave the kids home alone and go to the fire. So, you know,
it's like that. It's like
married 50 years, so things were close where we almost wound up, but we straightened.
Yeah, that's normal for husbands and wives to argue. And I remember having a big drawn out fight, and I was calling my boyfriend at the time a bunch of words I can't say on YouTube. And I took a shelf of porcelain cows, and I took the shelf and I knocked it off the wall, and I started throwing things. It was like a comedy. And he said, and listen to this, Stephen, listen to me. He said, go ahead and argue. because that's what you want to do.
Mhm.
And this is what I went like this. And I finally shut up, Stephen, and I started listening.
Yep.
Listen, Stephen, I was very immature. I was arguing just to argue. And sometimes women do that. Sometimes women piss and moan and complain. It's not about what they're saying. You left this fork on the floor. What's wrong with you? You're just worthless. You're terrible.
Yes.
It's not about the fork. Sometimes you got to take the wife by the shoulders. Just say, come here, honey, come here. Just say, come here. Can I get a hug? Listen carefully. Men that are watching me, just go to the, say, come here, can I get a hug? No. Come here, give me a hug. Give me a hug. You give him a hug.
Mm.
You kiss the forehead. You give him a kiss. I love you.
Mm.
You're my life. I absolutely love you. And I don't want to argue. The reason why the fork was on the floor is because I was working under the cabinet and the fork was in the way. I didn't, just every once in a while, you give in a little, I want you to know you are my life and I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do anything intentionally. I would not do anything intentionally to hurt you. I would not do anything intentionally to hurt us as a family. I'm trying my best and I love you. What can if they start complaining after that, I don't know what to tell you.
Everyone's agreeing with you. Everybody's agreeing with you. They're laughing about it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was in the fire department for 30 years. If I didn't get hurt, I still would have been involved in it. But
you did everything that you could.
I get the pension from the fire department, so.
Yeah, and I got a great little thing to tell you. This has nothing to. There's a little bit to what I'm doing. I don't know if she's listening, but here's what you do sometime. If you want to do this, John did this to me and it made me melt. He bought me some roses. I love white roses. So he was actually in he was in like Afghanistan or something. He used to work for the government as a carpenter. You know how they hire civilians to do work with the military?
Yep.
So he literally was in another country. And so he sent through and he sent me 11 roses, not a dozen. But get this, listen carefully. Listen to me now. So the note, here's what you put on the note. As you can see, there are 11, I have sent you, or there are, whatever way you want to say it. I've sent 11. you 11 roses. Look in the mirror for the 12th.
Okay.
They will melt. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sweet. This was me. Oh my gosh. That made me melt like a candle. Mm-hmm. Remember, 11, send 11 or bring her 11. And then put the note. As you can see, there are 11 roses. Look in the mirror and you'll see the 12th. I'm telling you right now, you get a big old kiss.
Yeah.
It's the little thing. And the other thing too, for men and women that are watching, that are husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever that may be, just because, listen to me, just because gifts, it doesn't have to be expensive. You go into the store, go into Walmart and get thinking of you. Mm-hmm. Thinking of you. And then you go over to the thing, you get the flowers for $5.99 or whatever that is. And maybe a little mini box of chocolates. It could be July 20th, August the 3rd. No anniversary, no birthday, no grandma, Mother's Day, just because. And then you can put in, just because I love you and I appreciate you. What did you do this for? Because I love you.
My wife is, am I just putting freaking money?
Because I love you. And just say, look, say, baby, honey, whatever you call your wife in your own private business, say, honey, look here. I'm
Right.
72. I'm 72. And you know that we are well past living well over half our lifetime. More than half of our lifetime is done. We're on the second half. Every day that we have is a blessing. I'd like to spend what God is going to give us that we have left, whether it's 30 years, 50 years, I don't know. But I'd like to spend the rest of my life, us together, just loving each other and just living our best life.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not waste even 5 minutes arguing, because God has given us over half a lifetime. Let's make what God has given us, what we have left, let's not waste it. Because what happens is a person leaves the world at 80 or 90.
Mm-hmm.
And what the other person that's left starts thinking. And imagine how much time, if you took all the argument and fights and whatever that made, the disagreements on stupid stuff, if you got all those hours and days back, you probably get about 5 years. And you probably think to yourself, as you're there at the grave, you're thinking to yourself, I could have had 5 more years with him. I could have had 5 more. I wasted 5 of the years that we could have been cuddling and kissing and hand holding and getting along. I wasted years out of selfishness and trying to have the last word. Some men and some women, they got to have the last word. So they argue till they get the last word. And if they can't get the last word, they go, they'll make a sound.
Yeah.
Man, at least I got the last sound like a child. Nobody goes to the grave saying, I wish I could have went out and did this or whatever. Toward the end, you think about family. You think about God. But then when you think about the world and what's on the world, you think about your wife, your husband, your children.
Mm-hmm.
You see. So don't waste. When you're old like me, I don't have time to waste. I don't have, I mean, I do still waste a little bit of time, but if you're blessed in your 60, your 50s, in your 60s, in your 70s to still have a wife or a husband, don't waste the little bit God's going to give you fighting. Right. You're going to have regret at the end. Oh my gosh, I wish I wouldn't have argued with her. I wish I wouldn't have argued with him. Now he's gone. Don't do that now. Come on now. I'll shut up and get out of everybody's business now.
Yep, that's the truth.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting here wasting my time fighting with you. I should be kissing you on the forehead. Why don't we sit outside? Come here, baby. What? What do you want? No, come here. I don't want to sit. No, come here. You sit the person down, husband or wife. Put the lemonade, the coffee, the mixed drink, whatever it is. Sit down under the umbrella. It's nice and cool. Put your arm around this person, hold hands. We're too old to hold hands. No, you're not. Get snuggly, get snuggly. Look over. Come on, come here. No, stop that. No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. I gotta go dry the dishes. You can dry the dishes later. Come here. Get over there, get all huggy.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing that happens when the people leave the planet. You start remembering all those huggy moments. And you don't want to ever have to look back when the person is gone, God forbid, but when the person is gone, thinking about the mistakes that you made and the useless fights that you had. You're going to be left with a lot of guilt. Listen to me. You're going to be left with a lot of guilt. When my mother left the world, I felt guilty about certain set things. And my sister Carmen, I'll just tell you the truth. The night before my mother left the world, my sister Carmen had a fight with my mother. And she told my mother, why don't you mind your own business? They had she just told my mother off. The next day, my mother was gone. And my sister almost went nuts. I had to kind of counsel her. We had to counsel her to keep her out of going to the mental. She felt so guilty because she called her a bunch of names and she fought with her literally the day before my mother passed away. She said some very hurtful things to her. And I feel so guilty. I'm like, what are you talking about? I argued with mom. I said this and I said that. And she left the next day. I can't say the words. You got to be careful on YouTube. She left the world the next day. And I go, Carmen, you had no idea that this would happen. None of us knew that would happen. Adults make decisions. Why are you saying that then, Grandma? Spend less time fussing and complaining, bitching, pissing, and moaning at people. Spend more time hand-holding and loving on them, because you never know how long you have them. Tell your wife or your husband and your adult children and your grandchildren that you love them. Tell your adult sibling. It's not weird for an adult sibling, like a brother and a sister or a sister and a brother, to call up, hey, bro, what's up? I just calling to let you know that I love you. Oh, okay, I love you too. Yes, I said it. You never know what's going to happen in this world. You never know what's going to happen. We don't know if we got another day or another 50 years or 30 years. We don't know what God's going to do, what God is going to allow.
Oh, yeah,
God is not up in heaven, Stephen, with a hammer just waiting to clunk us on the head and get us off the planet. But he does have some expectations of us. If I said, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part, being true and faithful only unto him or her, I'm letting the world know, and I'm saying this pledge under God and these witnesses, as the Bible says. How am I loving on you if I'm debasing you? If I'm putting you down? What part of love is putting somebody down and pissing and moaning and complaining at him or her? Where's I love you in that? But I digress, and I'm getting in everybody's business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
Shoot, you think
we'll get 2.5 hours in tonight. So.
How many more minutes?
10 more minutes.
10 minutes? Well, you know what that means?
Yeah.
That means it's time for me to, when you say it's about 5-10 minutes left, it's time for me to drop down.
Yep. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Hey, Stephen, thank you so much for letting me talk and being you and living for Jesus. But thank you, because this is your channel. Thank you for being my psychologist today.
Yep.
And I think there's probably somebody, people come by. I hope that me talking about just showing love. God says that above all else, love is the principal thing, that we have to love each other. Take care, brother.
Take care.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll be up tomorrow night. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Lynn, for coming in. The good advice. Thank you all. Thank you, Gary Lee. Thank you, Jack Russell. Thank you, Jesse M. Thank you, Judy May. And Squirrel Magnet Fishing, and others, of course, Grandma Lynn, for all being in the chat tonight. We had a lovely chat, and thank you, Easy Home Cooking, as well, and Mount Sparrow for being in the chat tonight. Thank you all, and I will see you all tomorrow night. Outside, we're going to try the vertical feed outside. I don't know if I'm going to be on YouTube or StreamYard, both, but I will definitely be outside tomorrow night, and we'll try to get as much as we can done tomorrow for the 4th of July. We're having some company. I want to get everything in shape, and I hope you all have a happy and healthy 4th of July. Thank you for being here, Sister Lynn. Thank you, Judy May. Thank you, Gary Lee. Thank you, Mount Sparrow. Thank you, Jesse M. Thank you, Squirrel. Thank you, Easy Home Cooking. All of you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. God bless you all. Remember that all things are possible if you believe. You believe you can do something, do it. I didn't think I could do this. I'm doing it. I'm trying again. We'll get there. And Squirrel and Living for Jesus, good night to you too. We pray for all of you in the chat. And Squirrel, don't give up. Keep posting when you can, where you can. And you'll get there. I guarantee you'll get there. Don't give up. I will see you all tomorrow. And for Jesse M., I was in the fire department for 30 years, volunteer fire department. And I broke my leg and I gave it up a year before. I was still thinking, but I figured I would do it when I retired, whatever, but I broke my leg and I couldn't do it anymore. So I gave it up because it was devoting too much time. And most of the volunteers today devote too much time to the service. And if you can do it, God bless them, because it's a lot of work. And I thank all of them for their service and what they do, and I know what they go through. So thank you for what you said. I appreciate it. And we get a little reward of something, a couple $100 when you leave when you become 65, whatever, when you leave the fire service, you be an honorary member and you get a couple $100 a month from the being a volunteer. And it helps with whatever. And I still miss it. I wish I could do it, but I can't. I try to do what I can. Stuff that took me 5-10 minutes to do, or 15-20 minutes to do, a half hour to cut the lawn and stuff like that, today takes me a few hours to do. When I worked, I cut grass. I did 3 or 4, maybe 5 lawns. After work, I cut lawn for a living with the county, landscaping with the county, and I would spend the day and do a lot more than I do now. I try to keep myself in shape. I exercise, I do all this stuff, and that's what I show you. And we're getting involved a lot more coming up this month and stuff that I'm doing. I just want to tell everybody, because I'm getting close to that monetization. We're going to go back to the Savers app. We'll talk about something, what I do with the pond, getting back to the fish, and that's aquatics, and the remix is everything else that goes on with it. So I hope you enjoy the channel going forward. Thank you for helping me get close to monetization. And I would thank everybody for getting me monetized, which I hope to be soon. Till then, Stephen F. signing off. Good night, all. God bless you. I'll pray for everybody in the chat. And remember that the past is behind us. We can't go back. The present is now. And the future is what you make it. So let's make 2025 better than 2024. And I will see you all in the next video. Watch the videos tomorrow. Keep watching, because things are going to improve in the thing, and I will be able to maintain it now because I'm exercising. And good or willing, I hope to be here tomorrow night for everybody. Good night, all. Thank you, Judy May. Stephen, good night. And God bless you and your family and all of us. Good night, all. I will see you in the chat. Pray for Judy May. Pray for everybody in the chat. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Good or willing, and I will see everybody tomorrow in tomorrow's video. That will probably be about 15-20 minutes, maybe a half hour. Maybe I'll do 2 15-minute videos getting everything done. I will see you all next time. Good night. If you're not in tomorrow. Hope everybody has a nice 4th of July. Enjoy the weekend. And I hope to see everybody in the next video. Till then, Stephen F. signing off. Good night, all, and I'll see you soon. Good night, and God bless each and every one of you.